So it's been about 5 months since my last vlog, and I'm thinking either I start vlogging or I have to bin the GoPro. That was the promise I gave myself, and the time has come. Okay, maybe that was a little bit dramatic. Welcome to Latvia, Riga, which has recently been named one of the cheapest city breaks in Europe. As you see, that's the Monument of Freedom, built in 1935, and we're gonna use that freedom to find the cheapest and possibly the best food in Riga. Join me. And here we are at the Riga writing, like the famous place where people make photos, and that's a Blackhead's house, and that's the Museum of Occupation. But obviously we're not going there because we are now going to the Church of St. Peter's, because we can get the whole 360 view from the church. So let's just head straight there. And that's right there is St. Peter's Church. The entrance fee is about €9. So we're gonna head straight there in there, get all the way to the top, and I'm gonna give you the 360 view of Riga Peter's Church. The reason why people come here is because you can get all the way to the top there and get the whole 360 view of whole Riga. But check out all of these like statues there. And here we have the view of the Riga from Peter's Church. The entrance cost me about €9, but it's definitely worth the view, as you can tell. All you can see these old Soviet style of roofs. It's probably another church in there. Bridge. Those buildings there, that's the Central Market, where the Zeppelins used to be built in Second World War. And that building over there, if you can see, that is, if I'm not wrong, the University of Science, which is also about the same height as this building here that we are on. And I think that cost about €8 there to get on top of that building as well. So if you're going to be going to the Central Market, you're definitely going to be taking one of these tunnels with all of these side shops and the vendors. So you can have local food here as well if you want. And I don't think that's going to be as expensive. And that right there is the entrance to the Central Market, and those buildings there, they have like 4 hangars on the right. These were the Zeppelin hangars during the Second World War. And part of the Central Market is located inside of these hangars as well. So let's just continue straight into the market and explore what we can get for as cheap as possible. Here, you see that's the Central Market, part of the Central Market. But the thing that we're gonna do is, you see over there, there's a slight entrance. And these apparently are the tunnels under the Central Market. And like during the World War, they used to keep like the workshops and like ammunition down there, but nowadays they keep all the stock with the food, meats and everything in there. And what we're gonna try to sneak in there and see if we can get a sneak peek in what's inside. So by the looks of it, this one's closed. So there was another one there. I'm gonna try to sneak in that one. But yeah, that's the bus station here. It takes you to the old other different like cities in Latvia. See, there's a lot of tunnels and everything, but by the looks of it, looks like it's a great success. But you know, one of the facts, a lot of Latvians, they don't know about these tunnels here. But I can imagine when the Second World War was here, imagine how much stock of everything used to be held in here across these tunnels, because that's under the hangars, under these massive Zeppelin hangars. And yeah, you can see there's loads of like side streets, side like doors that can enter, but I don't think we can see much more of this. And I don't want to be caught as well, so I'm just gonna head straight out. But yeah, as of myself, I used to live in Latvia till about my 20s, and I didn't know that these like tunnels exist. I think this is one of the employees there. You can see there's lots of these doors, and I think some of these doors are for certain stalls in the market. So yeah, I don't want to get in trouble, so Let's just get out of here, but you can see down there it's as far as it gets over there. But we're gonna head out here and head straight to explore the rest of the Riga. Now, as we just said, enter this one of the hangars, as you see. The master, now the sign says milk. So the milk products here. But you can see there's loads of stalls with the food, the grill hub, with everything. And we're gonna see and compare the prices for most of the things. You can see like, here's like this kex or something. It's like €3. Loads of these bakeries for free, €2. I think that's not even as cheap as it's supposed to be. One of the things you have to try in Latvia is this belushi. It's like minced meat inside of these stir-fried breads, and prices are about 180, 140 for a pie, 150 for the belush, €euros for one of these chebureks, and about 150 for one of the belush. And we're gonna try them just down here at the side. And that's the meat that's inside. It's not the greatest food, but it's one of the traditional foods. And if you're ever in Latvia, you should try these. As you see, I'm almost finished. It's not as bad as you can imagine, but here, you get some local beer. Look at the prices as well. That's for bottle. These are like non-alcoholic, but these are Latvian drinks. These are vegetarians, which translates directly like to like healthy drink. Here some beers as well. We're gonna try one of these beers. This is as Latvian as you can get. Get some beer and some belush. Cheers, guys. The price wise, this belush here that I almost finished was about 150, and the beer was about £3.20. So this combined was less than €5. Tell me, if you in your city you can get half liter of beer and some food for less than €5. As we finished our belush and the beer, one thing I wanted to say was that you can get these beers here. You can get these beers here, right? There, over there, there's a toilet. I'll tell you what, they charge you like 70 pence, 0.7 euros just to get there, just because of location. Because look at the queue for the people getting to have a beer. So if you're ever here in the central market, obviously the prices are normally not that expensive for the toilet, but because of the location here, it's like 70p for toilet. So make sure you bring some coins if you want to get to toilet after your beer. Came up here, you got some strawberries for €3.20 per kilo. So in case you want to see the prices. Today is Sunday, it's about 2 o'clock daytime, and that's as busy as the central market gets. You see, every single stall has different prices, because we've seen €3.20 for the strawberries. There, behind there was strawberries for €3.20. Here are €4.50 for the strawberries. So everywhere you go, they're different. As you see, €3.20, €4.50 there. Maybe somewhere there it's gonna be like €6 per kilo. So look at here, it's even €2.50. Let me know in the comments what price you'll get at the place where you live for strawberries per kilo. One of the places you have to visit while you're in Riga is this 13th century medieval restaurant. And let's just go downstairs and I'll show you how it looks inside. And look, looks like you're just going through the basements here. It's quite dark in here. And that's the menu you get in a candlelight. Which is like the meat food, like 26, 29, 30 euros per dish. Not sure if this portion is worth 35 euros, but most of the price I pay for this atmosphere right here. After the Rozengrals restaurant that we just been, I just wander around here in old Riga, which is also one of the UNESCO protected sites. The old Riga, which is from this bridge there, all the way to like the central market. This building here is a president castle. And one of the facts here is that if the flag is raised, that means the president is in a building. If it's not raised, then president is not in the building. So one of the things you may now know if you already visit Riga itself. The central market, which is just down there, I think it has everything. It has even this fox. I don't know what that is, but literally 2 minutes walk off the central market. Have a look at this. This art structure is basically something based of like a design to represent animal protection and that kind of stuff. I'm not a big person in art, but I think that's like a QR code where you can donate to protect animals. But how cool is that? The massive fox on the side of the wall. As we've been exploring all day, all the food places and everything, I think as the sun sets there, we're gonna go and hit some of the bars and see what the local bars has to offer. As we wander around these side alleys, came across this Armoury Bar there. So we came into this bar here. This pint here was about 8.50. You can see there you got some weapons in here, Uzis, like handguns. There's some people holding more sort of weapons in there, but it's pretty tiny place, you see. But after a long day, for 8.50, you can chill here, have a rest. So look, here we got one more of a rocket launcher there, just here. But have a look at that. There's another AK-47, M4, some rocket launchers in here. We just went downstairs. As you can see here, like knives, all random knives, the grenades. I don't know if the camera does any judgment, but here, see, we got one of these like hunting rifles. I'm not sure, but yeah, at this stage, like, you know, the camera does absolutely no judgment. And that's the logo of the Armoury Bar. So guys, definitely one of the places I would recommend you to come if you're ever in Riga. After a whole day in the city center, Riga, strolling around, seeing all the places that we've been, I wanted to find somewhere more unique, and I think I found the place. It's called AM Sushi. I've ordered something, and I'm gonna show you guys in a minute. Here I have the sushis that come in a pop-up like box. I don't know what it is, so let's give it a try. Apparently it comes with the soy sauce here. How cool is that? Look, that's sushi in there. Apparently you might need to remove the cap, put some sauce, soy sauce, and then you push it out like this. That's really good. That's really good. Have you seen sushi that pops out like this anywhere in your country or anywhere else? That's really cool. Another cool thing that I just found, look at that. Just here on this street you got this like cat cafe. I'm not really sure of the name of it, but as we pass by here, look, You got one cat here. There's another one there. And another two here. So I think you can just get yourself some drink, food, and just play with the cats. I think it's pretty popular around most of the cities, but here it's just by like the like riverside, whatever it's called, just off this Местnieku iela. And after all my trip in Riga, I think the best place to dream of finishing my journey is in Lido. The most authentic Latvian food and the vibe comes directly from here. So guys, let's just walk in and enjoy the food. I'm gonna show you why exactly we're gonna get, how you order things, and how much things cost. The best part about this is if you just grab one of these plates here, and then you just start grabbing food, everything you see. So yeah, grab one of these plates here, and then it's like a self-catering. You just grab every single food you want, and the worst part is I want everything. So far we got some potatoes and chicken fillet with the sauce. There we got some beers, Latvian traditional kvass drink here. So some tea and coffee, drinks, some desserts. If I want this thing called kefirs, which is a fermented milk, a very Latvian drink. So what we're gonna do here is take one of these glass, put it there, and pour it in. All the way to the brim. After you pay it, you just grab your utensils here, and then you go and find the place you want to sit. So you can sit anywhere you like. But at this weather, I think the best is probably to go and eat outside. Look at the weather. So I think there is no better place to sit than here. So all this, the potatoes, the fillet, the meatball, some salad and fermented milk, sends me $9.57. And you eat with this view here. I think that's definitely the best way to finish my trip here. The Lido is one of the most visited Latvian restaurants, established in 1980. I can understand why. Look at the view you get here. You get even like small city for the kids to play. The great food. You can have a beer. Then down there on the left, you can have like roller skates, and when it's winter you can have ice skating. One of the most visited places here in this Lido like restaurant park is these rabbits here. Look, how cute are they? Hello little fella. Look how many of them are there. There's a couple of them here. The one here. There's another 4, 5, 6 of them here. I think it's a pretty decent place to be. But I think I'm gonna wrap up this video here. Thanks for watching. If you did enjoy this video, press a like, comment what you like the most, and see you all guys in the next video. Bye bye.